Okay, so Side Hustle 247 commented, he say 35 minutes for the first order. Now, if I said I would not wait, it's held against me. That is not fair. Well, it is fair, at least on GRUBHUB. So I've been asked this question a multitude of times by a multitude of people. And the problem is, every time I get asked this question, I'm in the heat of a debate and with 50 other topics going on, and it gets brushed to the side. And I never got to properly answer the question, do I think it's fair, or is it fair that GRUBHUB holds it against you if you don't want to wait for the order? Yes, at least when it comes to GRUBHUB. No disrespect to Side Hustle 247. I get why people get aggravated with that system. I do. I understand. But I also understand where GRUBHUB's coming from as well. If you were allowed to forfeit that order and it not be held against you, that system would be absolutely abused. No questions asked. There is a platform that you can back out of an order after 30 minutes of wait time, and it won't be held against you, but that's not saying much. That platform would be Spark. From GRUBHUB's perspective, they're guaranteeing $10 an hour. They're guaranteeing that $10 an hour for a reason. In case something like that happens and slows you down from making money, you will at least walk away from the situation with something in your pocket. At least that was the thought process when GRUBHUB first created the $10 minimum. Second, it's already in the algorithm. I've covered this multitudes of times, and almost everybody I say this to agrees with me. Very few disagree with me. If I ever got held up on an order, there's a restaurant in my area that is notorious for taking minimum 45 minutes. You get an order from there, you just drive 35 miles an hour all the way there, and you'll still have 30 minutes to spare by the time you get there. I notice every time I would pick up an order, it was always a decent order too. I usually got $15 payouts for those, but I'd wait. I'd get the food. I'd get the food at peak freshness, which is the way GRUBHUB originally wanted it, and I'd deliver it to the customer hot. And then the next 2 or 3 orders, I'd get something really fast like Taco Bell, and they would be between $10 and $20 payouts back to back. So it's written in the algorithm to make sure that you're making a certain amount of money per day or per week. The third reason is I don't have that issue. I'm a very patient person. I'm just like, okay, I got emails to catch up on. I need to check my bank accounts, see if there's anybody hit me up on Messenger. There's a ton of stuff for me to do. So when a restaurant tells me it's going to be 15, 20, 30 minutes, it don't bother me. I just sit there impatiently. There's 2 or 3 things that's running through my mind. So if you ask me personally, I haven't heard very many people have this experience, but I have heard of people that actually had this experience. It's almost like GRUBHUB keeps you at a salary. If you're a really good driver for them, they keep you at a certain amount every single week. So once I caught on to the salary mindset, it just didn't bother me. I knew I was going to wind up with this much money by the end of the week, almost guaranteed, consistently. It was rare that I didn't. The second thing that does is when you're patient and polite at the exact same time, which I know a lot of people out there struggle with. The waiters, the waitresses that are handing you the food, if you're an a-hole to them, they remember you. And they can make you wait on purpose. If you're nice to them, I notice I have the 3-strike rule. So if I go into a really slow restaurant and I sit there and patiently wait and I act like it wasn't no big deal, about the 3rd or 4th time, they start recognizing that and making multiple trips to the kitchen just to see, just because you were nice to them and not giving them any grief, because 90% of the drivers are giving them grief, so they will definitely remember the ones that are nice to them. Just a little tip. Yes, it's fair. It's 100% fair. If you don't want to wait for the food and you back out of it to be counted against you, especially on GRUBHUB. I think people's problem with that is GRUBHUB doesn't show the stats like DoorDash does. So in DoorDash, you know when you're getting ready to push the envelope and cross that line into deactivation territory. GRUBHUB, it's a guessing game. And dare I say it, it seems like almost every region is a little bit different, because there's some people in this region over here that's backing out of 50% of the orders and not getting deactivated, and there's someone over in a region over here that backed out of 2 and got shut down for it. You know, it just it's wild like that. So I don't know what the deal is with that, but yes, it's fair, because the reason you're waiting, how hard is it to wait? I know the mindset out there is you could be doing another order somewhere else and making more money, but no, I think GRUBHUB treats good drivers very good and poor drivers poorly. And if you're a good driver for GRUBHUB and you're nice to all the restaurants, they're going to keep you in business because you're making them look good. So yeah, that's how it's fair in my opinion. It's fair 3 different ways. Because if you were allowed to back out of the order without it being held against you, you would abuse that 100%. Walk into the restaurant, go 15 minutes, out, peace. And then it's another 10 to 15 minute wait to get another driver there. GRUBHUB wants you to be there, ready to rock when that food comes fresh out of the oven, so you can hand it to the customer at peak freshness. Yes, it is fair, especially with GRUBHUB, that they hold it against you for backing out of the order, because it's going to be a long wait. Because they go above and beyond to make sure you make what you're worth. It's the simplest way I know how to put it. And until next time, peace.